Act enthusiastic and you will be enthusiastic. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but with creatures of emotion. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Remember, happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have, it depends solely upon what you think. Flaming enthusiasm, backed up by horse sense and persistence, is the quality that most frequently makes for success. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that all of us tend to put off living. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon instead of enjoying the roses that are blooming outside our windows today. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worrying, frustration, and resentment. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. The person who seeks all their applause from outside has their happiness in another's keeping. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. Pay less attention to what men say, just watch what they do. It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy, it is what you think about it. Names are the sweetest, most important sound in any language. Talk to someone about themselves and they'll listen for hours. Feeling sorry for yourself and your present condition is not only a waste of energy but the worst habit you could possibly have. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. All men have fears, but the brave put down their fears and go forward, sometimes to death, but always to victory. One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Instead of worrying about what people say of you, why not spend time trying to accomplish something they will admire? You never achieve success unless you like what you are doing. Actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, "I like you. You make me happy. I am glad to see you." When fate hands you lemons, make lemonade. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Take a chance. All life is a chance. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Don't be afraid to give your best to what seemingly are small jobs. Every time you conquer one, it makes you that much stronger. The world is full of people who are grabbing and self-seeking. So the rare individual who unselfishly tries to serve others has an enormous advantage. The royal road to a man's heart is to talk to him about the things he treasures most. Are you bored with life? Then throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart, live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you had thought could never be yours. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. You can't win an argument. You can't, because if you lose it, you lose it. And if you win it, you lose it. To be interesting, be interested. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. The best way to get the best out of an argument is to avoid it. The only way to influence people is to talk in terms of what the other person wants. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. The sure-thing boat never gets far from shore. Take a chance. All life is a chance. First ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then prepare to accept it. Then proceed to improve on the worst. One of the most important things to remember about human nature is that most people are going to be much more interested in themselves than they are in you. The best possible way to start a conversation with someone is to ask about what interests them. The only way to influence people is to talk in terms of what the other person wants. Arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment.